Hi, Otto here for Bavarian Autosport. Today, we're going to show you how easy it is to install our upgrade LED kits in your various interior dome and courtesy lights on your BMW and Mini. We're going to be working on an E39 5 Series today, but your vehicle will be somewhat similar. The dome lights and the courtesy lights will look different. They'll remove slightly differently, most pry out of place as you're going to see. But the installation of the kit is basically the same on all. We have our LED panels and our bulb adapters. These install in place of the original bulbs. We have various kits, a 6 kit, a 12 LED kit, and a 24 LED kit, which is what you see here, 2 12 panels. This will be installing in the dome light of our 5 Series. We'll be using our various pry tools to access the dome light without any damage to the interior. And with that, we'll get moving on this. Remember that everything you see here is available at bavauto.com. That's BAVAUTO.com. Now follow along as we do our installation. All right, here we are inside the car. We have a typical dome light assembly on a late model BMW with the actual dome and the 2 map or reading lights. We're going to remove the assembly. It just pops right out. First, we'll turn on the lights so you can see what the illumination looks like with the stock halogen bulbs. Here's the main dome and the 2 reading lights. Now let's go ahead and turn these lights off, and we'll prepare to remove the assembly. Simply use our non-marring pry tool, pop the assembly out. We'll remove our wiring harness connector, and let's take this over to the workbench and we'll complete our installation of the LED conversion kit. All right, now that we have the dome light assembly out of the vehicle, we'll install our LED kit. Now we've already taken a look, and we figure with this large lens we can put the 24 kit here, and on the map lights we'll see if we can get this 12 kit into the map light area. Typically we'll want to use the largest kit that we can so that we have the most illumination. So this particular dome light, we have to get the housing off. Here's our map light bulbs and the rear of our reflector. Notice the snaps. We'll simply pry that out, and we'll have to hold it with our, get in a good position here, we'll have to hold it with our fingers out and pry along. And one final one here. And here we have the complete assembly. We'll set the lens aside. Now, here's our stock bulb. That's going to be the first one we're working. We'll pull that out. Notice that is this bulb here and matches this adapter. So we'll take the adapter, and note it has a plug here. This is where our first 12 panel will fit. On the back, this one goes to the bulb, and it has 2 sockets. This is where the second one will plug in here. So we'll know this is our first panel to plug into the bulb. Like that. Then we just take the second one and plug into the first panel. Now this is complete and ready to install. LEDs are polarity sensitive. In other words, they will not work with reverse polarity. Positive has to be on the right side of the bulb adapter. And what we'll do, we'll install the bulb adapter one way. We'll go to the vehicle, plug it back in, and see if the dome light comes on. If it doesn't, we'll simply turn the bulb adapter around and install it the other way. Just like this. Okay? Now, you'll notice the various different bulb adapters we have here, a shorter and yet shorter of the tube style. This would be your standard metal bayonet style. And this one that we typically call a wedge. That would be for these all glass bulbs. This one Could install this way or this way, again, on polarity for the LEDs. This one will only install one way, obviously. You can't change the polarity on this one. If by chance the polarity is not correct, you will cut the positive and negative wires and reverse them. This one we've just quickly done for testing and have some tape on here. You'd want to do this either with small crimp connectors or solder and heat shrink tubing. You don't want the two conductors to touch each other. But this one did have to be reversed in order to make it function. And this is just a single 12 panel. So in here, once we have our bulb in place, we now mount the LED panels down inside. These foam blocks in various different thicknesses and sizes can be used individually or stacked together. We'll stick that on the back of this adapter and another one on the other LED panel. Now, what we're going to do is just gently tuck the wire down inside, and we'll actually stick these two panels right to the bulb adapter. So we'll peel off the backing tape, get one in place, get them about as centered as we can in here. There's one. And we'll get the other one, work the wire out of the way. And press it into place. Take a little bit of adjusting, move it around, get them so that they're basically centered in the housing. Similar to this, we'll tuck the wires down out of the way. And then when we put the housing, the lens cover back on, these will simply be back behind the lens cover and shine through the clear lens. We'll do some final positioning on these before we finish up at the car. But we do want to show you replacing one of the reading lights. We'll take the bulb and remove it. Now this is that bayonet base matching here, which is what we had done with this one. We'll install the bulb adapter into the housing in place of the bulb, right through there. Okay, there we go. And again, with the block on the back, we'll just adhere that right to the bulb adapter, like that. Then we'll take our lens cover, make sure our wires are out of the way, and snap it into place. Now, again, we'll work on straightening these out before we go to the car. But as for the installation, these are basically in, and this is in. We'll leave this one as the stock bulb so that once we're installed, you can see the difference in the illumination between the two. But that's really all there is to it. Different lenses and housings, you'll work a little bit differently, but the idea is the same. Now let's go out to the car, reinstall this, and see how it looks. Okay, now here we are back in the car. We've got our dome light assembly with the LEDs installed. We left this reading light with the stock halogen bulb so you can see the difference between the halogen and the LED. So we take our harness, plug it in, and just snap the dome light assembly back in place. Let's take a look at how these look. There's the reading, and there's the halogen reading, and here's our dome light. These are nice and bright, much brighter and whiter than the halogen light was. Very nice upgrade and easy to do as well. With that, we're all set, and we'll go show you a couple of other applications on the vehicle so you can get a good idea how these kits work. Let's go do that now. So here we are at the driver's door. On this door, we're going to replace the courtesy light down here with the LEDs. Now this unit just pries out with our non-mar pry tool. We pry the whole assembly out. We'll pop the bulb out. This is similar to our dome light, but it's shorter. So we'll use a different adapter. Here I have it set up. This one we're going to use the 6 LED kit. Because of the area here, we can't put the larger 12 or obviously the 24 here. Now in this one, I also made some modifications which are easy to do. I snapped off the backing for the LED panel, the plastic backing, because it's too big to fit down in here. And additionally, there were little ears on the side that I just clipped off with these diagonal cutters. Now the panel will fit flat down into the housing. We'll put our bulb right on top, and we'll use the non-mar pry tool to get the panel where we need it there. Fit the bulb right on top, and there's our LED panel. Tuck the wire in. Okay, now with the wire tucked in, let's first take a look at what this looks like. We'll turn the dome lights on. You can see it's nice and white. We'll put that back up in place. And there we go. Nice white light from our courtesy light. And again, other lights on the vehicle will do the same thing. We'll just figure out which kit works properly. Our 24 kit with 2 of these panels, which can be put side by side, end to end, or any other configuration. Or a single 12 kit, which is a single panel just like this, or like you just saw the 6 kit. And we can do just about every light on the vehicle that way. Okay, so we saw the installation of our LED conversion kits on an E39 Series. Now your BMW or Mini obviously may be different. However, the installation techniques are basically the same. Remove the lens or the housing, figure out which bulb adapter fits properly in place of the stock bulb, and whether a 6, 12, or 24 panel LED kit is appropriate for fitment inside the housing. You can get these kits at bavauto.com or call our agents at 800-535-2002 for personal assistance. Now, if you've liked this video, please remember to hit your like button and send us some comments. Or if you have questions, you can send those along too. Now with that, we're ready to get pumping on another video.